Man, I want to introduce one of my great friends, man. He's a brother, a musician, a bike rider, fake play pool. You know what I'm saying? My man Mario.
What's up, T?
What's happening?
You got it,
So,
because some kids you latch on, they latch on to you for different reasons, and a lot of times you're dealing with kids that don't necessarily have a male figure in the household. So at first they buck against it. Let me put this drink down. At first they'll buck against it, and then they'll latch to you. Most of the times, depending on how long I have them, they'll latch on to you, man. If you genuinely show them that you care, and I'm firm, but I'm fair.
right.
You know what I mean? Because you have to be. A lot of them usually come from not a whole lot of structure. They've used to doing what they've been doing for years. You know, really unchecked.
Yeah.
No men in the house,
Yeah.
or very little male influence. So how do I deal with it? I deal with it on a one-on-one basis. Some kids are gonna dig you, some kids aren't. You're not gonna reach everybody.
Right.
You know, it knows that you can make a difference in plant a seed, which you do. I try to be. I go to work wanting to be a parental figure. Some of one or two of them call me uncle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I let them have that. You know, I try to keep a professional space with them, but whatever makes them comfortable. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily knock it, but I keep a professional distance with them, but I let them know I give a care.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, you have to figure out what's important in your life, and especially if you have kids that you raise, you got to figure out what's important. This is my, speaking of marriage, we were talking about marriage earlier. This is my second marriage. I have 2 kids from my first marriage, none from this particular one. But I made sure I stayed a part of my children's life, a major part of my children's life.
Right.
And so I wanted them to always know that I was there. And that's what we have to do as men. Even if you and mama didn't work out for whatever reason, if you have children through that union, you have to stay a part of that union. Women, you have to let your men be a part of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we serve a purpose in our children's lives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That stability, that rock, you know, you gotta let that man stay a part of that children. You know, luckily my first wife didn't talk bad to my kids about me.
Right.
You know, we had our own issues, but my children knew who I was.
Yeah.
I was and loved me as
Yeah.
dad. You know what I mean? And I made sure I was always a hands-on dad in the house. So I tried to make sure I stayed a hands-on dad. You gotta stay a hands-on dad, especially. I was gonna say especially with boys, but especially with girls too. With your, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot now that's put in these children. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot put in these children.
You have to stay up on
My baby, my daughter, but I don't have to. But you know, she my ride or die. My son, I make him work for everything. You know what I mean? My daughter, I give a little more freely too. But my son, I make him work for everything. What do I tell him when we together? When we started having all of these shootings of these black men, police officers and stuff like that, I wasn't able to really talk to him. I sent him a long text, and I don't remember verbatim, but it was just me telling him I loved him, and that I wanted him to be careful in how he dealt with police officers and people, and treat, you know, be respectful. I ain't saying you got to be weak, but just be respectful. What do I tell him? I tell him the truth. I tell him you're a black man in a society that's not necessarily always in your corner. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to find out how to navigate through this thing. You know, I'm there when you hit a brick wall. Holler at me. And I personally try to let them know I'm your sounding board.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't gotta hide that from me, because if you doing it, I probably already did it.
Yeah.
You know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
You get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying.
Because I mean, it was a moment one time where I was trying my best not to just really just go in for real.
Yeah.
And she just wouldn't leave me alone.
Okay, so it ain't just me.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
You see what I'm
Good.
saying?
Okay.
And so I was just like, hey, man, you know.
I got make sure my wife see this, right?
Right.
Okay. Tell her, I said, don't make everything is not about you. Like if I'm sometimes my arguments are stem because I'm not giving her the response she thinks she ought to get about a particular thing. And I said, stop internalizing everything. It's not always about you. If I'm just having a bad day, I'm having a bad day, and I just don't want to necessarily talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I just leave me alone for a minute. I'll be all right. Let me come up here and chill for a minute. Yeah. Then I'll come down. We'll get together. We'll talk. We'll do whatever. Yeah. And when we first got married, she always, well, why you want to do this? How come you ain't talking to me? Why you don't want to talk about this? Why? Leave me alone. I'm talking about it. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'll be okay. Leave me alone.
Right. I think that
that's good. What would I tell them? Be a man. Be a man. Life is hard. Stuff is gonna come at you. How you deal with it determines a lot. Right. Treat people like you want to be treated. You know. I don't know. I don't have those deep words of wisdom. I deal with things on a as they come basis. Right. You know. But be a man in all situations. Be a man. Respect the way you want to be respected. Treat the way you want to be treated. Carry yourself as a man. Carry yourself with some respect, some dignity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?